Hello everyone, I'm Lockhart QT, and today I'm going to be talking about the brand new Borderlands movie by Lionsgate and obviously Gearbox Software, and it's a sort of retelling of the original Borderlands. So let's go right into it. I've only just finished watching the trailer a few times, so this is going to be my initial sort of unscripted reaction. So first off, before we get started, in terms of the casting, just because that's the thing that's causing the most controversy, I won't touch too much onto it because I did a whole sort of 15-minute rant video on it, so I'll have that on screen right now and in the description below. But in general, Cate Blanchett as well as Jamie Lee Curtis, in my opinion, are sort of way too old to be playing Lilith and Dr. Tannis. It's very odd. And obviously Kevin Hart, all the jokes I'm seeing, the fact that he's like 4'11" playing Roland, who's like 6 foot odd, or whatever, however tall Roland is in the universe, which is pretty funny. Kevin Hart being a comedic character as well, playing a pretty much only serious character, is also a problem. And I've heard like loads of people talking about Jack Black as well, and for me, I do agree in terms of I do think the voice for Claptrap sounds really odd. Like if you listen in the trailer, it just sounds really, I guess, off. I think I just need to hear it a bit more. It might just be the fact that I'm used to sort of the old and the Borderlands 3 Claptrap voice, but hey ho. But it might, in my opinion, I think Jack Black is a tremendous actor. To be honest, I think all of these are brilliant actors, so I think it can definitely be done well, but I do think a few of the casting decisions are a bit weird. Okay, so all the casting stuff is out the way, so purely on like a visual standpoint, I think the movie looks great in terms of, like the setting and capturing Pandora. There's only so much you can do with sort of the first Borderlands game because that game was very limited, so obviously they've got to bring in elements from the anthology, so 2, pre-sequel, etc. But what I'm hoping they do is sort of not mess around with the story, but it kind of looks like they already have, purely for the fact that Brick and Mordecai are nowhere to be seen. There's rumours that Handsome Jack's going to show up in some way, shape or form, which is going to be, let's just say, interesting. And then obviously you've got the whole thing with obviously Tiny Tina and Krieg are part of the main cast and crew of the movie, which is a really, don't get me wrong, I don't mind that they're here. It does obviously mess with the story. I mean, one way to look at it is that if you want the original Borderlands, then obviously just go play it. The original Borderlands, as in, the whole anthology is there to play. It's more accessible than it's ever been in terms of story. So I do agree with people where you're saying that the Borderlands trailer, the Borderlands movie, can exist in its own universe, and it has to be different purely for the fact that obviously the original games are there. If you want that, go play the games and the movie can be different. I kind of do agree with that. But I think it is weird, and it is an interesting talking point really to discuss, with the fact that the Borderlands movie seems to be completely redoing and retconning the original story. So as long as it exists in its own vacuum and universe, I guess, so to speak, that's completely fine with me. I'm happy for them to take creative liberties with the franchise, with things like as well. Obviously, I'm not going to talk too much more about casting, but this is the actress they've got to play General Knox, who is again another weird casting choice there. But again, we're just going to have to wait and see the movie. In terms of the line delivery, I think it looks fine so far. I think Cate Blanchett delivers some excellent lines in the trailer. In terms of Kevin Hart, this was probably the one that I was the most worried about because, like I said, he's playing Roland, who is a very, very, very sort of solemn, serious character, and the fact that Kevin Hart is a massive comedian, and obviously the two don't really mesh very well. In this trailer, at least with the footage that's obviously been clipped together and edited together, Kevin Hart does come across as a bit more serious, which, with a few jokes here and there, with the fact that they were going through somewhere called Piss Water Gully or Piss Wash Gully, and it was just like geysers shooting up, the joke being piss, and the fact that they didn't have the sort of windows rolled up, I think that's fine, that sort of level of humour fine. I am hoping that the humour overall is going to be sort of, I guess, pre-Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 2, in my opinion at least. Borderlands 3 and Wonderlands for the most point, and as well as especially new Tales of the Borderlands is a bit cringy, and it it tries to copy that Marvel humour that doesn't really work, like, you know, the really bad jokes from like the live action Marvel movies, so hopefully they can get the humour right. But overall, I think the movie looks decent so far. I am very worried after obviously the obvious like casting decisions here and there, but overall I am remaining somewhat optimistic whilst also being very skeptical about the overall quality. I think the actress for Tiny Tina has done great so far from what I've seen in the trailer. I do like her sort of performance. Obviously there's quite a few more characters and elements we have to see. Hopefully we do see Brick and Mordecai. I don't think obviously they're going to be main characters because we would have seen them by now, but even if it is like a cameo or something, that I'll take that at this point. But hopefully we get to see loads of Borderlands Easter eggs as well, like raid bosses maybe, and, you know, different characters from the games, because if you have a look at the casting list, it does seem like we are getting that in terms of Borderlands 1. So who knows, I do sort of suspect that this movie is going to end with an end credit scene. It's going to have like Handsome Jack and Hyperion teased in a bit more fashion, so hey ho. Also, if you're a fan of Borderlands, I am going to sort of spoil the ending of Borderlands 1, so, you know, if you haven't played Borderlands 1, even though it's been out for well over, I want to say like 15 years, I actually can't remember when Borderlands 1 came out, but hey ho. The vault is obviously teased quite heavily in this, and the whole point of Borderlands 1. Borderlands 1 is considered to have one of the worst endings in video game history, with the fact that the whole game you're trying to get treasure from the vault, you open the vault and it's just the destroyer, and then the game ends. So hopefully the movie sort of builds upon that. I don't know if they're going to radically change the story where the sort of cast and crew get to the vaults and then they actually go inside it and get a treasure, or maybe a vault, they find another vault key. And again, who knows at this point? We're going to have to sort of wait and see where it goes. Before I go, I did want to touch on Jack Black. That was probably one of the most, I guess, like positive things I was going to go into watching this trailer, as Jack Black is an amazing comedian, amazing actor, amazing voice actor. Obviously, he's done fantastic work with roles such as, you know, like Kung Fu Panda, obviously Tenacious D, and more recently the Super Mario Bros. Film, which was another casting decision that I thought, oh, that's a bit odd, but then as soon as I saw the movie and the trailers and everything, I went, okay, yeah, I can see why they cast Jack Black now. He was perfect. So him being Claptrap, from what I've seen so far, it just seems a bit off. I don't know, I guess I might just have to wait and see for, you know, more footage and whatnot, but yeah, anyway, that's been my initial reactions video. Obviously this is a bit ranty, a bit going overboard with certain things, but by the way, just as I said at the start of the video, if you do want to see my sort of more in-depth take on all the individual casting decisions and who I would actually cast in the movie, there'll be a video on screen now as well as in the description, and I want to hear from you guys. Tell me in the comments below, what do you want to see from the Borderlands movie, and do you think this trailer impressed you? Personally, like I said, I'm a bit mid with this trailer at the moment. I didn't think it was bad, I didn't think it was good. I just thought it was, I thought it was serviceable, I think is probably the way that I would describe it so far. But again, we're going to have to reserve judgment for like the sort of trailer that's probably going to come in maybe May or June. That's probably closer to the release, as it is coming out in August. And we're probably going to have to obviously wait and see the full movie to see what's going on. But rest assured, I will do a full review of the full movie when it comes out. And tell me in the comments below, what do you think about everything? Thank you so much for watching, and for more Borderlands and gaming content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.